Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 24th of January, my sister's birthday. I've just read the second article on a quarterback who committed suicide at Washington State. His friend said he couldn't talk to anybody, and he was considered a leader. He was filled with anxieties, and there was nowhere to turn. There were no resources for this young man. There was a stigma around committing such a terrible act against the self, suicide. I can't be that young man, but I remember so well how the anxiety wrapped itself around me earlier this year and for so many years before. I remember the feelings of panic that came over me when I had nowhere to go. I remember the fear that rose up in me, and I'm 73 years old. This young guy was he 21? I don't know. I do know that he'd had enough. I do know that his desire to break free of how he felt inside of himself brought a gun to his head and death to his flesh. Period. We have to take note, everyone. We have to take note. This is a young brother of ours. There are young brothers and sisters who kill themselves all the time. Earlier today, I read about the 12-year-old child in Florida who hung herself because she was bullied into feeling she had no worth. We've got to do something, people. We've got to care enough. I remember when I worked in the prison industry and was told, build a chapel, allow all to come in, and there will be 3 times less recidivism, 3 times fewer people returning to prison. Mine was a simple task. All I had to do was raise some money, go to churches and say, under Caesar what is Caesar's, under God what is God's. It is God's business in Caesar's house. Let's allow all faith structures to enter that space. And so 200 churches in western North Carolina raised money. Several foundations, wealthy people, all gathered round that chapel. It's time to gather round the people. It's time to offer those who are in despair a listening ear, an open arm, and a deep, caring way. I love you. I love that young man, though I never met him. That young quarterback and his friend who wept for his dead brother. I don't get it right, but oh my goodness, I'm so deeply moved, God bless us. This is a message the beloved wishes all to hear. This is a message for us. God bless, God bless.